Today we give you a special report. This is a special report about inflation, Reserve Bank, interest rates and families. It has two parts. Part 1 is about how to reduce the inflation fast. Part 2 is about how does Reserve Bank interest hike affects different groups of families unequally. Part 2 will detail an explosive plan for monetary policy. We will give the details in the next episode. Now please read Part 1. How to reduce the inflation fast. Raising interest rate by Reserve Bank Australia is to reduce the money supply of the loan owners and, thereby, bringing down the demand. Thereby, bringing down the supermarket, electricity, gas and petroleum and insurance prices and, thereby, bringing down the inflation, thereby bringing down the interest rate. I spoke to Australian Bureau of Statistics, and they confirmed that the inflation is caused by rising consumer goods. Up to now, inflation has not come down. For the interest hike so far, Reserve Bank Australia plans to increase again. There must be better brains in Reserve Bank Australia than Einstein, as he said, if you do the same thing over and over again, you cannot ever expect a different outcome. Is there a guarantee that prices will come down soon? Where is the limit? Are they planned to keep on raising the interest rate? This stops now. This stops now. Supermarkets, electricity, gas, petroleum, and insurance companies have a free ride. They are out of control because we have an ineffective parliament who do not have control over them. So, I challenge the MPs, if you have guts, to go now to Parliament and use the government powers to ask boldly the major supermarket CEOs of Aldi, Coles, IGA, Woolworths, and electricity, gas, and petroleum and insurance companies to reduce their prices by 15% or more now, which is aim of Reserve Bank Australia interest hikes anyway. Then the inflation will come down overnight and interest comes crashing down and alleviate the pain of loan owners. Do not blame the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission as they are the arm of ineffective government. ACCC is the chief competition regulator of the Government of Australia, located within the Department of the Treasury. ACCC should take random samples of consumer items and write to the supermarkets to explain the reason for the price rise double and triple. If ACCC is doing any of these checks on price rises, they must publish weekly their checks on the unusual rise of consumer prices for public to see. After that, the MPS must go to all local producers of petroleum and gas and coal and advise them boldly again to supply to the Australian customers at local price of production plus reasonable profits. Look at the local production of oils and gas and coal, taken from CIA World Book. Details are in the description. Coal, only 20% of coal consumed locally. Petroleum, most of the oil are produced locally. Natural gas, only 28% of gas consumed locally. Please see the description for details. In conclusion, Point 1, Australian Bureau of Statistics confirms that it is consumer price rise is causing the inflation. To as per their name, I do not know whether the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission checks any competition or any consumer prices. If not, the Minister must give it the powers needed check the consumer prices and their competition. 3. We must not allow the greediness sellers of consumer goods including oil, gas and petroleum and insurance to have free ride in the name of free market. For by now ABA should have come to the conclusion that the interest rate hikes are not working during the last many months. This is also due to the fact that the consumer prices are increasing parallel to interest rate rise. They must find a different method, like empowering ACCC to control and check competition and consumer prices. 5. Wait for part 2 coming soon in the next episode.